Get up in here, fellas. Get up in here. Get up in here on this good Monday morning. Get up in here on this good Monday morning. Moving into the afternoon. You dig, fellas? We still in the AM. Let's get it going. Get at me in the PayPal. Get at me on Cash App. Get at me on the Super Chat just as well, fellas. 50 cents, a dollar, $2, a quarter. Show love to the show. It don't matter. You did get at me on Rumble and Patreon. There's countless of videos on Rumble and Patreon. I'll be dropping some Patreons later. And I got other pre-records I'm putting together too, fellas. So get with me. It's all new game coming in action. You dig? If you enjoyed the content, please like, share, and subscribe. You dig? Hit the notification bell. One of them bells is in the corner, that white bell, hit all, and we're going to get that going. You dig? Until you can be alerted on all these videos. Get at me in the Gmail, railsfargo12@gmail.com. Get at me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at the Real Rails FA1. Fellas, like, share, and subscribe. And do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that L button, fellas, when you get up in here. Show some love. Let's get it going. Weak men lie just to not hold any accountability, fellas. And I'm about to break it down. We're going to get to some game. We're going to talk about some shit. Have you guys ever encountered a guy or men that you guys know, and you may know the truth to everything that these guys are trying to display, or trying to, these guys are trying to actually explain, or the guys are wrapped up into some things, but the truth to the matter of the shit that they're wrapped up into, or what's been going on in their lives, but they just, and you come at them heart to heart like a man, me holler at it, brain to brain, masculinity, masculinity. So you may have think, right, when you coming at these guys. But these guys lie. And instead of holding accountability to the things that they're going through or what's going on in life that could potentially affect them, and you care about them, it could be your brother, could be your friend, or it could potentially affect you, what I'm saying, in the business or whatever the case may be. And instead of these guys telling you the truth or telling them what it is, they lie. And you can imagine what lifestyle that these guys are living dealing with women. Brian Turner and this motherfucker, the homie Brian Turner. All the chicks at work say I'm a player, bro. They say I'm mean. Hey, that's a good thing, bro. I'm going to keep it real. Always, fellas, always remember this. The opposite is what matters, not the average or the norm that you would expect a bitch to say, or you would think that she'll say something average or normal. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You just that, I don't know why you're not, married, or I don't know why you're not in a relationship. You're a kind man. You're a good man, and things of that sort. That's really a disrespect. I'm being honest with you, fellas. That's really a disrespect. And a lot of guys don't understand. That's a big sign of disrespect. She's basically telling you that you're not, you're not that it factor. You're not that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So you're only suitable for a relationship and suitable to run off a bitch's terms and to follow behind a bitch and what she wants. So watch the words these women be saying. So I've had so many women tell me, "Oh, you a bad boy. Oh, you mean. Oh shit, you ain't. Oh shit, you don't care. You ain't so nice. You defiant. I'd have heard a lot of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, I'm gonna keep it real, fella. When I was younger, when I was 17, with certain women, I ain't gonna say all, because I had that switch that I can get around the bitches that I was really into, and I can somewhat bitch up and not be myself, or whatever the case may be, like a lot of you guys do, because I'm into the bitch, and the bitch is bad, whatever the case. And I try to play that nice role, that cool role with the bitch. And then I get around the bitches that I don't give a fuck about, so the bitches that's easy to hit, or I may think that's easy to hit, and I light my guard, you know what I'm saying? Oh, shit, man, bitch, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I be myself, basically. I be who I am around the bitches, you know what I'm saying? And not really treating them all the same. And I had that difference about me, fellas, and I will fail that way, you know what I'm saying? And get with the bitches that I'm highly into, and these bitches be running that bullshit on me. I remember that shit. That's why I've collectively went through my experiences with in life, fellas. I can bring it to you and let you know what it is and what the real is, fellas. And I, you know, kind of grasped on to the truth now, you know what I'm saying, how it is, you know, and it's been years now. I've been following this regiment right here, fellas, of my own game or whatever the case may be, but I've also been weak just as well. Hold up, Brian Turner. They say I come off cold as a motherfucker and I'm hard. Yeah, that's a turn on. That's a turn on. All you gotta do is just be you, because you being you, and when you being you, fellas, verbally and what bitches say is really not accepted, but inside and who they are, you know what I'm saying, that deep and thrusting like into the soul of the spirit of the bitch, she's well accepted to it, you know what I'm saying. And these same chicks, you catch them after work or whatever, you catch them not like after work walking outside. Now that's still inclusive with working. So we talking about like if you seen a bitch at the shopping center or the grocery store or somewhere like that, or somewhere out and about, then you can make that shit happen like it ain't shit, because she know what it is. She know who you are from the job, you know what I'm saying. And if she got a relationship going, if she got some things going, she can intertwine you and know that there's no feelings there. Know that you won't go back and run your mouth, and you won't be on that bullshit. You won't pull the plug on the bitch. You won't be the motherfucker that's all in her business when she at work, and she could be flirting with other guys, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a good thing, man. You know what I'm saying? When you hear these words, fellas, do not think in your right mind that these bitches are shitting on you, that they telling you that they not into you, they don't like you. No, that's I'll tell you, the opposite is always the correct when you're dealing with bitches. Brian Turner, a bitch tell you you're a nice guy and they want to introduce you to some friends, she think you're a sucker. You damn right. Hell yeah. Yeah, and she's introducing you to the bitches, to her friends that got suckers. Now they got a whole army of suckers and shit that's behind them while they on the front line, forefront, running shit and what the fuck they want to do. Real game, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she's gonna introduce you to the family and shit, and the family gonna be okay with you because and the family okay with you because for their benefits. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's that nice, yeah. He can run errands for grandma. He can. I done seen sucker shit. I'm telling you, man. Let me see. Trent Trader, this motherfucker, the homie Trent Trader here. What's good, Casey? What's good, Mr. Turner? Yeah, what's cracking, homie? We in this bitch. Let me see. Yeah, I got some little bit of time. Hit this gym and then I go to court. Yeah, let's get that cracking, Mr. Turner. Yeah, we in this motherfucker, Trent Trader. Brian Turner said Trent Trader 100. Yeah, we in this motherfucker, Brian Turner. Brian Turner. A bitch told me I'm a little boosie if she went to college. I'm a little boosie. What she mean by that? I don't get it. You gotta explain that a little bit more, Brian Turner. I'm Lil Boosie. She say you'll be like Lil Boosie, or you got the mannerism of Lil Boosie, of the behavior, you act like him. What is she saying? I don't know. But yeah, fellas, guys be so embarrassed for not being who they supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And that's dwelling their masculinity, being truthful, being upfront, being straight blunt with it, not caring about what other people think. You know what I'm saying? Being basically brave-hearted and you know, being decisive and you know what I'm saying, just being that man. And most men are not that. So they're embarrassed by not being that. And when they get around a man that is that, they become envious of that man. You know, they become jealous of that man simply because that man can do things, or that man feels some kind of way about himself, or he's into him, or he got a whole different view on society than most men out here. And most men can't grasp on to that. You know what I'm saying? So they'll hate you for that. You know, they'll be envious and they'll be jealous of that, or whatever the case, especially when you're trying to hold them accountable. So the first thing they do is lie. They come off the back and lie. And with that behavior, fellas. They'll take that same behavior over to dealing with women. And once they start going over Brian Turner, again, she said, I'm an educated version of Lil Boosie. Trade trader. He said 100. And he said, educated version of Lil Boosie. Huh. What she said? I don't know what she mean by that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Bitch calling Lil Boosie dumb or something. I don't know. Or the way you talk or what. Well, y'all, you from the South, so you know what I'm saying? I don't know. She's probably looking at the lingo or whatever. That, you know what I'm saying? Of that sort of whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But I guess she's giving you a compliment, though. She called, but when she labeled educated, your bitch gotta be giving you a compliment. Trent Trader said 100. Pedro on this motherfucker. Y'all, the homie Pedro in here. What's good, fellas? What's up with it, homie? Yeah, like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Hit the PayPal, the Cash App, hit the Super Chat, hit the membership button. Show love to the show, fellas. Get at me on Rumble. Get at me in the Patreon. The links are definitely in the chat. Y'all know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is. Brian Turner again. What he say? Because I'm from around where Boosie and Baton Rouge, and yeah, we use the same lingo. Yeah, that's what she's saying. I figured that. You know what I'm saying? She's comparison. She's in comparison, but she's basically saying Boosie dumb or whatever. But y'all sound alike. You know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. Yeah, I figured that. That's really it's a compliment in her way. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? You already know what it is. See what she about and what it do. But if it's a bitch at your job, man, like I said, you catch her outside that job, you know, so off the premises or anything, I mean, away from what's job related, then you can get that cracking. You know what I'm saying? You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Page on the New Era said, facts, Casey. A chick told me the reason why she fucks with me because I've been 100 from the jump. I told her we are just fuck status and I'm not into a relationship. Yeah, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? And if she agree with that and she like you for who you is, nigga, she gonna ride with it. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna try to stick around and insert, you know what I'm saying, insert her attributions and her what she can do for you or whatever the case may be, so you can take her to the next level. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? If she want that full-fledged thing with you, then you know she want that main shit, then she already knows she got to work for it. It ain't that easy. And when she see you like that and you being honest and you consistent with your being real from the jump and everything of that sort and everything combining in like you supposed to, then yeah, she's gonna always fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Then you gonna get bitches that then you gotta watch the camouflages too. And bitches that come in and act like they want that shit, and then you consistent, you giving them what's real, you on guard, you on point, you on your shit like you supposed to be, and you keeping shit aligned like it is, man, and they still jump out of line. You still got bitches like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because they think or they feel shit ain't moving the way they want it to move, which is what benefits them. And they end it for the wrong reason. They just come in with a mask on. Real game, bro. And it eventually exposes them because you sticking to your shit. When you sticking to your shit, fellas, it exposes whoever ain't sticking to their shit. So if the bitch ain't sticking to her shit, then it eventually exposes her because you on your shit. You see how I go? She's riding with you. She's acting if she's riding with you, but then she'll fall all the way back and I'm done. I can't fuck with this or whatever because it ain't benefiting her. She's probably in it to get bills paid. She's probably in it to get you, you know, to be a sucker or whatever the case may be. Trying to convert you to be a simp, a follower behind her, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? And she sees she's not moving you off your square there to get her to run. And what can't move you off your square, fellas, is you being on your shit. What won't move you off your square, fellas, is you always being on your shit and you being consistent with who you are and you being consistent with fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? And that'll actually put the spotlight on them. So yeah, you know what it is. Shouts out to Pedro, y'all. You know, like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Show love. Trend Trader said, Pedro. Yeah, we in this bitch, y'all. Pedro said, what up, Trend Trader? Brian Turner said, Pedro, the New Era. Yeah, we up in here, yeah. Y'all already know. We in this bitch, fellas. Brian Turner, ain't nothing more annoying than when a married nigga asks me how I feel about dealing with women and he try to chastise me about What? Trying to chastise me not being married. Niggas be hoes. Try to chastise you. Yeah, I don't even come. Man, listen, check this out. The last time I ever encountered shit like that was probably when I was like, before I went to prison, bro. I was like 17, 18 or some shit. 18, I went in, I went in 19. So 18, somewhat probably 19, 18, 7. That's the last time I heard some shit like that from dude. I ain't, fuck now. Since I've been out, nigga, I ain't motherfucker. No, hold on. I had one dude try that shit when I got out. I G-checked him. I said, man, get the fuck out of here. And I said, you a sucker. Nigga. He said, what? I said, nigga, you follow up behind bitches. I said, who wanted to get married? Her or you? Let's keep it real. I broke it down to him, had his ass. He looked at it a whole different light. He ended up hitting me up. Damn, bro, I ain't never even seen it that way. Yeah. Who wanted to get married? Her or you? Let's keep it real. Who wanted to get married? I'm going to keep it real, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I presented it to her, she was with it 100%. Her parents was married. They come from the married back. That don't mean shit. Who wanted to get married? You're not living within your truth. So if you are the type of man that you don't want to get married and you dealing with a bitch who wants to get married and she see that's a way into you guys having that connection and having that bond, that attraction or whatever, and you not with that, then you got to let that be known. And if it means cutting her off and if it means her going elsewhere or fucking with somebody else or keep pushing, whatever the case, then that's what it is. Because if it's not, I don't get guys, bro. And that's I was telling dude this, like, man, how you dudes are happy with following up behind some shit that you're not happy with, that you know you're not ready for, or this ain't what you want. How are you happy? It don't make sense. It don't even go together. You can't be happy. Ain't no motherfucking way I'm happy being in a marriage and I didn't want this and I'm doing this for the bitch. Huh? You gotta have some kind of, fellas, we are all birthed with some kind of, we got this gift from God. This is my natural belief, fellas, that give us that sense of like something that, like that intuition of something that we're doing right. And we feel good about it. We all got that, you know what I'm saying? And then we all got it to where we're doing bad and we're doing something wrong, and we know we are, and we feeling that way. But if you're ignoring that, fellas, that's when the weight comes down on you. That's when you get tangled up into the bitch's bullshit. You can't ignore those intuitions. You know what I'm saying? You can't ignore those gifts that we all have. You know what I'm saying? You can't ignore that. These are the things that comes from, these are universal, fellas. It comes from within. It's energizing. You know what I'm saying? It's magnetic. It's like when you feel these things, you gotta recruit. You gotta back up. You gotta get the fuck away from it, because it's not going to be beneficial for you in the long run. I don't see how you dudes do this shit. And yeah, man, you right, bro. Damn, man, this is why y'all argue. You know what I'm saying? This straight sucker, man. You know what I'm saying? Like this one dude, man, like this is why y'all argue, beef, and he making it okay to sleep on the couch and all this. Nigga, get the fuck out of here, nigga. There's no structuring in there. You ain't got nothing for the bitch to follow behind. So you found yourself following behind her. You know what I'm saying? And you crash. And I had this one dude, right? This young dude, man. He was talking, we was hollering and shit. Young little white dude, cool. He was a cool dude. He was about 24, 23 years old. And then when I was getting out the jail, right? When I was getting out the jail and shit, he was in the intake. We was in the same intake section. I was getting out, but he was coming in. And he was coming in on something, and we was in there talking and shit. And he said, me and my fucking dad, he's supposed to be down here bonding me out. A fucking weak piece of shit. I'm like, damn, why you say this about he said this about his father, right? I said, why? So why you say this? He said, man, my motherfucking moms be fucking kicking his ass out the house. They argue almost every night. And I went under the crawl space to fix the plumbing. He said something was leaking under their toilet or something. And he know a little bit about plumbing or whatever, because he took it up in the trade. He went up in there to fix the plumbing and all that. He said he seen a bean bag, like a sleeping bag with Coors Lights and shit. He said with beer cans and shit surrounded. He said that's where his father been sleeping. Mom's kicked him out, treated him like a bitch. I'm telling you, man, when you lie to yourself, you hold no accountability, man, you'll go through anything. I'm telling you. Real shit. Brian Turner, he said, Pedro, he said, Brian Turner. Pedro again said, facts, Brian, married man, always be telling me to get married. Just need to find the one. But he's miserable and always jealous because he can do our own, because we can do our own thing because he can't. No, he's jealous because it ain't because he can't do his own thing. He can freely go out and fuck with bitches. He can go and talk to, it's going to cost him. If he get caught, it might cost him his house. It might cost him a car, a couple cars. Might cost him half of his wages that they're going to garnish or whatever it comes out to be in a divorce. You know what I'm saying? It might cost him that way, but he can go and do things. No, he's jealous. And a lot of them guys be jealous, fellas, because they ain't got the heart. I spoke this in the beginning. They don't have the heart, fellas, to be who you are. You know what I'm saying? They don't, their view on society, their view on relationships is through traditional views or through societal views, through the views of whoever taught them or whatever. And this is how they see it. And they're confined and they're content with seeing it that way. You know what I'm saying? They're not trying to move out to see another way, even though they see that you're free. They looking at you as being a free person. This dude's free. He can freely think. He can freely move. He can freely do a lot of things that he want to do because he who he is. You know what I'm saying? He live on the edge, or he's outcast, or he's an outlaw, whatever the case. That's how they look at shit. And they be wanting that. They be wanting that about them. They be wanting that in them, but they can't because they too busy worried about what the next motherfucker think about. They too busy worried about it, the pastor, the preacher, the community leader, their mom, their father, their bitch, their kid. They worried about what other people think about them, so they hold up a fictitious image that they know that's not them. They want to get out and be that person that's freely speak, that speaks freely, that, you know what I'm saying, to have his own free thoughts and like, you know what I'm saying, I do what the hell I'm going to do what I do to make me happy. And I'm going to fuck with 2, 3 bitches, that's what it is. I'm going to fuck with 1, 2. I ain't in the marriage. I'm going to do me. I'm just going to live the way I'm going to live. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to live out there and live my life. They want that, but they ain't got it in them. It's not in them because they worried about what everybody else is thinking. You know what I'm saying? They worried about taking losses. You know what I'm saying? If I move like this, if I think like this, my bitch gonna look at me crazy and she gonna leave me. You know what I'm saying? I can't take that. I can't stand that. And they get jealous. They get insecure. They get mad. They try to shoot bullshit onto you and tell you this is what, it's misery loves company. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta look at it that way, man. And misery isn't God, fellas. Being miserable ain't God. You know what I'm saying? Being free is. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to do what best suits you. So if you find a chick, you know what I'm saying, and you really don't care about marriage or whatever the case may be, and she's following suit, and you gave it some time to where she's following suit, and you know who you're dealing with, fellas, ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with it at all, but this is something you got to want to do. Don't do it because she wants to do it. Do it because you want to do it. You got to, I always remember that, man. She follows behind you. She Brian Turner. Married man, especially the niggas who married to a bitch with the past. Hold up. Married men, especially the niggas who married to a bitch with the past or simps. Every man is married to a bitch with a past, fellas. Every man that's married is married. Every relationship, if you're in a relationship with her, she got a pass. If that's your bitch, she got a pass. If it's your fuck buddy, she got a pass. If it's a chick that you want to smash, she got a pass. You dig? They all got passes, man. So don't let her pass, you know what I'm saying, be the reason why these guys are simps. That's not what it is. They simps because they're simps. They pedestalize bitches. They put them higher than them. They put bitches in regard more than they put themselves in regard. That's what it is. Every bitch got a pass. Shit, bitch get with me now. I got a pass. My past may be deeper than hers. That's life. Trent Trader, he said 100. Brian Turner. When I say pass, I'm saying you was a dude she chose last. Oh, okay. Okay. I see what you're saying now. I mean, you not the let me explain it, fellas. The only way you can be the dude she chose last is if you accept that bullshit. If I'm not in the marriage, and if you're not into marriage, then you're not the dude she chose last. You ain't accepting the shit. Then if you are into marriage and then she wanna bring some marriage shit to you, then she gotta put up or shut up. Then you still won't be the dude she chose last because she worked hard to get that marriage from. She worked hard to get that commitment. She worked hard to get that safety and security from you. She got to put up and shut up. That means you got to take her through the train. You got to be tested. You got to, bitch, you got to be, you gonna be a strong warrior wanting this from me. You know, bitch, I tell you this ain't, I ain't say I'm doing this shit. You know, I want to be, no, you know what I'm saying? No, bitch, flag him. No, it ain't no, bitch, if I tell you to walk to the end of the motherfucking earth and get me one of them little espressos, whatever the motherfuckers espressos, bitch, I need that. You know, I'm not saying I'm making them do that shit. I'm I'm just putting it out hypothetically speaking. You dig what I'm saying? You got to follow suit in order for me to come off and bring down a ring and commit to you like this. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things, and it's going to take time. I don't just, nah. You have some years in you. You know what I'm saying? Fucking with me before I do this. So, yeah. She's going to be well invested. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. But, like I said, fella, and lying to yourself, lying on the job, lying to the people who give a fuck about you, got your best benefits at heart, carries on to you fucking with these chicks. And when you start fucking with these chicks, fellas, and then they come off the back, they not going to G-check you on the lying that you're doing and you're not holding accountability. They not going, they going to put you in a stance or position you in a place where they feel you need to be put. Because when you're a lying motherfucker, you're not a person of honesty. They know you're not a person of values. They know you're not a person of masculinity. They know you are a person that can follow because you're looking for the truth. You're not even knowing that the truth is within you. You did. so you out here lying and being on some bullshit. So what a bitch gonna do is position you to be what she wants you to be and do the things she wants you to do. And then she's gonna destroy you. She's gonna bring you down. That's when you're gonna get her cheating. Awkward communication. You know what I'm saying? Her not being real, you know what I'm saying? Things switching up so fast, you know what I'm saying? You falling in so fast. You not, you know what I'm saying? You're not actually taking your time. You're not being very, observant like you're supposed to think. A lot of things that's going bad is going to fall back on you because you don't stand for shit. And when you don't stand for shit, fellas, you'll fall for anything. That's how they go. You know what I'm saying? And all that comes in place because you're a liar. All that comes in place because you don't hold truth. You see, there's consequences behind everything we do, fellas. You know what I'm saying? And there's good attributions behind everything we do just as well. If we moving in a good light on some positive shit, right? And we doing things right. So it could go either way. You know what I'm saying? But when you're lying, there's always consequences. And it's the consequences that you will never see. I wouldn't lie to you, fellas. It's the consequences that you will miss out and you will never even see it coming. And you wouldn't even think that all these things came behind who you are. You'll be the motherfucker that's blaming and this is what this person is. This bitch is like this or this person's like this. This is who they are. No, this is who you are. So you not being aware allowed you to invite all these bullshit entities into your life. You know what I'm saying? Because you lie a lot. You know what I'm saying? You're not being truthful. You're not standing on shit. And that goes back, like I said, to my little people, my brother's people, you know what I'm saying, who he got clapped up by his bitch. But he had everybody on guard thinking somebody ran up in his shit and did him in. Come find out this is some domesticated shit. This was the inside thing that happened. You know what I'm saying? This nigga over arguing with his bitch and shit. And instead of him dumping the bitch off, for one, the bitch already cheated on dude before. She did all type of shit to the dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Had him, from my understanding, had him locked up in Carolina, somewhere out of town, somewhere had him locked up, you know, behind a grape or some shit that ain't supposed to be, that he allegedly ain't did or what, you know, and this is baby mama, you know, and got back out with her, moved back and forth, you know, moved back up this way with the bitch traveling around. He won't let the bitch go, man. She done capped him off. And, you know, he ain't keeping it real, not holding accountability. And now it's out there. Now motherfuckers ain't fucking with him at all. Like, man, get out of here, man. You had motherfuckers up in arm. And he took away all his support system behind this just because he lied. Lying, do this shit. You know what I'm saying? You're not standing on nothing, fellas. You know, everything will come crumbling around you. You just won't see it, you know, and you'll have the blame for everybody else except yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, fellas. Start holding accountability for certain things you do. You know what I'm saying? Be truthful, fellas. That shit will open the door to a lot of shit, man. Look, check this out. Man, I ain't never paid for a motherfucking parking ticket out here. And I'd have had probably 20 of them motherfuckers. Real shit, fellas. Why? Because, you know, if it, like I always say, if it ain't no robot running that motherfucker, if it's a guy, if he's cool, then we can chop it up and be cool, and, you know, even fuck around and make shit disappear or whatever. But if it's a harder guy that's, yeah, you know, insecure, jealous, simp ass type motherfucker, yeah, you might have to pay the price, and that's cool. That's to the game. You know what I'm saying? That's the law. So ain't nothing wrong with it. But if it's a bitch working there, nigga, shit, man, I ain't paying for it. Damn, I'm chopping that bitch. I know how to get it. Real gang. Y'all just gotta know what it is, fellas. You keep it real, keep that shit up front, keep it honest, and bitches respect that all the way through. You know what I'm saying? Hold accountability. Yeah, I was wrong, you know. Shit, but look, why don't you check this out, man? You go and show me some love with this, man. I'll pay it forward to you. I'm gonna allow you to go ahead and holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Go and take my number. You got my number there. I'm gonna allow you. I'm gonna flip it over to this bitch. I'm gonna allow you to fuck with me. I'm the prize. You remember that. It's all in your conversation, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Real shit and shit. And the bitch be, oh damn, he think he this. Oh, and then that'll put a challenge right there. And this bitches love that shit. They like it. And then you look up, bitch, I'm gonna let it go. It's a good this. And throw that shit out, nigga. All type of shit happen for me, nigga. Keeping it real, holding accountability. You know what I'm saying? With the flirtations behind me, because that's who I am. They ain't got nothing to do with accountability. That's just who I am. I'm gonna bring that if it's a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And things gonna happen for me. Trent Trader, you laughing like a motherfucker. He said facts. Yeah, that's how you do it, nigga. This is a bitch. Nigga, shit. He can't tell me nothing. I'm running that. Nigga, that's how it go. Real shit. You dig? But shouts out to my guys, man. Trent Trader, Brian Turner, Pedro. I gotta leave up out of. I gotta get ready for court, fella. I gotta go hit this gym and then get ready for court. Brian Turner, Trent Trader, Pedro, everybody else that skid by came up in here and hollered at me and kept it real, man. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that PayPal, that Cash App, that Super Chat, that membership button. You did. Get at me on Rumble and Patreon. The link's in the chat area. Go to the description below my about section, fellas. You'll see my number there. Text me first. Holler at me. Let me know what it is, and we can get things set up. Video topics, consultations, whatever's going on. You know what I'm saying? You know, holler at me. Get at me. You know, my social medias, all that shit is on the description area, fellas. Get at me in the Gmail too, and let's make that happen. I'm about to get up out of this motherfucker. Until next time, fellas. Holla. I'm out.